Have you ever pondered why certain folks appear excessively self-consumed, affecting their relationships and daily life? This isn't as unusual as you may think. It's visible in many ordinary interactions. You might know someone who's overly concerned with their self-image, acting as if they're the center of their universe. They might exude arrogance, ignoring others' feelings and needs. Their thinking is often filled with inflated fantasies about their importance, accomplishments, and attractiveness. They may crave constant praise, yet show little empathy. These aren't just signs of an inflated self-esteem, they could hint at a deeper psychological issue. Sometimes, these characteristics may indicate narcissistic personality disorder, a mental health problem often misunderstood and misdiagnosed. Narcissistic personality disorder, also known as NPD, is marked by an enduring pattern of grandiosity, intense need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. This mental disorder is defined by a staunch, inflexible sense of self-worth, where those affected view themselves as superior, fostering an unrivaled sense of entitlement. Their worldview is primarily focused on self-interest, often overlooking the needs and feelings of others. They harbor lofty dreams spanning across unchecked power, unparalleled intelligence, and unmatchable attractiveness. These aspirations shape their behaviors. Inflated self-importance is a characteristic trait, along with an exaggeration of their talents and achievements. Narcissistic individuals are notorious for using others for their personal gains, frequently diminishing or disregarding others' feelings or triumphs. They're unable to empathize and often harbor envy towards others, or others are envious of them. Such traits are typically accompanied by arrogance and demand for constant attention. They are critical of any form of criticism or defeat. Their belief in their superiority and uniqueness is unwavering. These individuals often find themselves engrossed in fantasies about limitless success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. An individual suffering from narcissistic personality disorder typically overemphasizes their skills and achievements, seeking recognition as superior despite their actual accomplishments. This isn't just exaggeration, it's an inflated self-view, dismissing any humility or input from others. They often dwell in grandiose fantasies of a future where they reign supreme. These fantasies are marked by boundless power, unparalleled success, extraordinary brilliance, or unmatched beauty. They imagine a world where they are the sole rulers. Their longing for admiration is deep, often necessitating an unrealistic level of recognition from others. They see this as their inherent right. This need for excessive admiration and strong sense of entitlement are distinct symptoms of this disorder. Interpersonal relationships can be severely strained due to a lack of empathy. This deficiency isn't just an inability to understand others' feelings, but a deeply rooted issue tied to the non-recognition of emotions besides one's own. This can lead to a problematic dynamic in personal and professional relationships. Those deficient in empathy often manipulate and exploit others, using them as stepping stones to achieve personal goals, rather than forging genuine connections. They view others as means to an end, resources that help them reach their ambitions. This behavior stems from their tendency to selfishly prioritize personal needs. They're so wrapped up in their desires that they ignore the emotional damage they inflict upon others. Their lack of empathy makes it hard for them to understand the consequences of their actions. Their self-perception isn't about seeing themselves positively. It's a blend of an inflated sense of self-importance and an intense need for admiration, leading to a distorted self-image far from reality. They perceive themselves as superior, which can result in a sense of entitlement and unjustified expectations from others. Beneath their facade of confidence lies vulnerability, masked by a front that portrays them as strong and in control, making it hard for others to see their true nature and understand their struggles. Yet they are not immune to judgment. A single negative remark can shatter their delicate self-worth, triggering humiliation and degradation. This vulnerability leads to a heightened sensitivity to criticism, resulting in feelings of worthlessness and inadequacy. Despite their outward appearance of confidence and superiority, individuals with NPD can be extremely sensitive to criticism, experiencing feelings of humiliation and degradation when they fall short of their inflated self-image. It's important to note that while these behaviors may be puzzling, they are part of a mental health disorder. The human mind is enigmatic, often leading to actions that bewilder. This doesn't minimize the problems these behaviors present, especially for those directly affected. Central to this discussion is Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or NPD, a complex mental health condition. This disorder plunges the sufferer into a self-perception struggle. It is a labyrinth, with the individual often lost, grappling with their own image. The struggle intensifies as they grapple with an inflated sense of self-worth, which contradicts their deep-seated worthlessness. This contrast ignites a storm of emotions within, spiraling to feelings of shame, insecurity, and vulnerability. These emotions amalgamate into a challenging mental terrain that is hard to comprehend and navigate. Gradually, this intricate mental terrain becomes an unending struggle for the individual, ensnaring them in a constant battle with their own mind. They regularly experience high levels of shame, insecurity, and vulnerability, resulting in a challenging mental landscape to navigate. In this conversation, we've explored narcissistic personality disorder, its symptoms and characteristics. We navigated the intricacies of this psychological condition, focusing on the grandiosity inherent in it. This boundless self-importance often borders on delusion and is accompanied by a fixation on fantasies of limitless success. We examined the insatiable craving for admiration that individuals with NPD exhibit. Coupled with their severe empathy deficit, this creates a challenging behavioral pattern. This absence of empathy, crucial to understanding the disorder, strains personal relationships. We also discussed how these traits influence interpersonal dynamics and lead to manipulation and one-sided relationships. The disconnection from their true self causes inner turmoil in individuals with NPD, often hidden behind a facade of charisma and self-assuredness. This disorder, with its myriad symptoms, continues to intrigue psychologists. Its significant impact on those affected and their acquaintances makes it a captivating study subject. In summary, narcissistic personality disorder is a multifaceted condition with a significant impact on both the individuals affected and those around them. We've also discussed the impact of these symptoms on interpersonal relationships and the internal struggle faced by individuals with. In conclusion, narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, is a complex and often misunderstood mental health disorder characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a distinct lack of empathy, and a strong need for admiration. This condition profoundly impacts an individual's self-perception, social connections, and emotional stability. People with NPD often have a warped self-image that hampers their ability to form and maintain healthy relationships. This skewed self-perception drastically affects their cognitive and emotional processes, resulting in turbulent personal relationships. Moreover, NPD is a severe condition that significantly alters individuals' interactions, primarily due to their distorted self-perception. An individual's emotional health suffers significantly due to NPD, often leading to instability in their personal relationships. The behaviors displayed by those with NPD are typically misunderstood and often seen as mere personality quirks. However, these behaviors are symptoms of a larger mental health issue. NPD is not a condition people choose to have. It's a struggle they didn't ask for but have to deal with daily. Recognizing their behaviors as part of a larger mental health struggle is a significant step towards empathy, helping break the stigmas associated with NPD. Therefore, it is of utmost importance to approach individuals with NPD with compassion and understanding.